Good morning, and it is Sunday the 29th of November, and a couple of friends and myself, we have been doing some daily motivational quotes or doing vlogs. A couple of buddies on Instagram are sharing lots of stuff about men's mental health, and Movember is almost over, so we've made a commitment. There was 4 of us made a commitment to bring awareness to men's physical and emotional health. So here we are, and start off with went out to the car this morning and had to start it and let it run and let it tick over for a while because it was so frosty. And when I jumped in, it was -2, and then it went to like -1. And I thought to myself, what am I doing? Right, it's freezing. Plus, the other factor is that I'm down here alone this morning. Well, Ralph's chewing a stick, but there is no one else here. And how other people and our codependency can make us actually make it easier, make it an easier job for us to do something. So 29th of November, it's the beginning of Advent for Christians, and the first week of Advent is a story of hope. So when I hear that word hope, I automatically am transported back to the first Star Wars trilogy, which was 1977, A New Hope, which I would have been 5, and I don't remember seeing A New Hope in 1977, but I remember The Empire Strikes Back in 1979, and yeah, I don't know if I'm legally can say that I had that video. It was on video for my birthday party, and I remember like not having a clue, but my friend saying, how did we get to watch that at Ross's house on his birthday and it's not even out at the cinema? Still puzzles me that. Don't know how I managed to watch that on video for my little 7th birthday party. But A New Hope, I'm blabbing on, just trying to distract myself from the icy cold waters. But A New Hope was when Luke Skywalker met with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi sensed the power in Luke Skywalker, and that power was to bring balance to the Force, bring balance back into the Force. And in these unprecedented times of difficulty, depression and mental health and unhappiness. Good morning. Are you well? Super. And in these unprecedented times of difficulty and darkness, and alcohol and substance misuse is on the rise, and depression is on the rise. We've got the stats for that now. What could be the balancing force for you? If depression could be classified as a darkness, it's nicknamed the black dog, if you like, the cloud that comes upon us, the lack of energy perhaps, the lack of focus, the lack of drive, the inability to connect with our partners and relationships, where we become very withdrawn, where we isolate from perhaps friends and family and things like that, right? These are difficulties that we might face, so let's not focus on the darkness, let's focus on the light. So what could be your hope? What could be that glimmer, glimmer of hope that you could focus on rather than focusing on the darkness? Now, as I'm blethering, and I don't think about any of this, I just rabble off the top of my head, right? Makes sense, it doesn't, I'm sorry. But again, back to my granny, right? I'm going to write a book about my granny one day, right? Not an in-depth book, just a book, right? About my granny's quotes. She had some classics. Both my grannies did. But as did my granddad's. Granddads, there you go. I only had one granddad growing up. But anyway, I'm blabbering again because it's absolutely You've no idea how Baltic it is in here this morning. Look, you can see my breath. I'm just so nosy at folk running past. Right, my granny used to say, don't focus on the door that's closing or you'll miss the door that's opening, right? We've got this old saying that as one door closes, another door opens, right? As one door closes, another door opens. But what if we've misread that? What if it actually means that the door doesn't open once the door has closed and the door doesn't close when the other one's opening? Let's look at that as what happens if the two doors are on a similar axis, and as one door is closing over, another door is opening up. But if we focus our mind sight on the door that's closing, then we'll only see the door that's closing and we'll miss the opportunity of the door that's opening, and we feel that we're hard done by, and that gives us then it gives us permission to be annoyed, upset, angry, whatever, right? So let's imagine that the door that's closing is our mental health, is depression, is feelings of loss, fear, a lot of fear around the economy, money, recession, what's going to happen, etc, 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 right? So as one door is closing, let's imagine that there's another door opening for us, right? And that door could be a door of hope, right? There could be hope behind that door. There could be something behind that door. Good morning, Susan. I hope you are well. So, let me check my watch. 10 minutes is over. Thank goodness. Because I was going to moan there and say it's been less than enjoyable. It's actually not. It's quite pleasant in a kind of half decent sort of way. Good morning.